All right, we're live. This is the 201 podcast. Welcome to episode 2.
Welcome back, you guys. This is Anna and Victor with you once again, back for another round of fun.
Oh yeah, double the fun this time. We're talking about the recent UFO confirmation from the U.S. Department of Defense, and we're gonna be just diving into aliens. I'm gonna keep it vague like that because just fuck it. We're just gonna jump in.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
just gonna have to see what we have to say and just put on a tinfoil hat. Put on a tinfoil hat for this evening or morning or
wherever
or whenever you're listening to this. Just roll with us. We're gonna be talking about aliens. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna blow your minds.
At least we hope so.
We hope to blow your minds.
If so, if we do, let us know. But so yeah, how do you feel about this?
I feel like I know they're out there.
Yeah.
I know the government is hiding them.
Yeah.
From me.
I mean, they confirmed they confirmed this 3 videos.
Show me them. Show me the aliens.
Right? Why not?
Don't show me videos. Present them. Let's do a press conference with the aliens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why not? But I mean, it just makes you think. Are they is this what they're allowing us to see right now in the moment? They probably know more than what they're giving off. They're okay, this is in the middle of this COVID crisis. They could just be hey, let's just show them this UFO stuff just to see how they react to it in the middle of a pandemic, and we just brushed it right off.
I mean, yeah, we've had videos of UFO sightings in the past.
Yes.
But it's all been speculation. We can't really confirm if it's real or it's not. It'll be a flimsy, homemade video taken on somebody's iPhone.
Well, that's the thing. It's
But this time it's confirmed.
Yeah, well, I mean, the 3 videos that were confirmed, one of them was from November of 2004, and that got leaked out in 2007,
Mm-hmm.
So for about 3 years, that was held on to. The other 2 were both in January of 2015, and it took until 2017 for those to get leaked out.
Yeah.
So those are floating around too.
Yeah.
So it's well, what's going on here,
And that's what I'm saying is these videos, so they were taken by the Navy, right? They were taken by
yeah.
Navy, what
Mm-hmm.
are Navy officials, they're not called soldiers.
Navy SEALs? Yeah.
Navy SEAls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
By Navy SEAls, just, I don't know, patrolling the skies. But I mean, just think about that. They were taken. The first one was taken in 2004. That thing was just chilling
for 3 years.
For 3 years, it was just hanging out in the archives. Oh yeah, imagine being those Navy SEAls that recorded that. We casually have information on aliens. We just casually caught some UFOs on TV.
I wonder if they were even allowed to talk about it.
On TV.
Once they reported it to their higher ups, I wonder if they were able to say anything. It was just classified immediately.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, we can get into a whole thing about why release them now, why not when they came out, why, but we know that for certain.
Yeah.
2004, the first video was taken, and it was chilling for 3 years. It was leaked. It's not like it was confirmed by the Department of Defense.
Exactly. It was leaked.
Yeah.
It was leaked 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And the other 2 were leaked 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And they're just, the Department of Defense is just acknowledging this right now. They're finally giving us some, validity with these videos.
Some confirmation. So, and just to recap, so we're talking about the recent videos of UFO sightings that came out just 2 weeks ago at this point. Mm-hmm. Very recent. These were videos taken by Navy SEALs back in so it's 3 videos. First one taken back in November 2004. That was leaked, it wasn't put out by the Department of Defense. It wasn't put out by the Pentagon. It wasn't confirmed. It was leaked in 2007. The other 2 videos were taken back in 2015, January 2015, and then leaked until 2017. So these videos were for 3 and 2 years respectively. Were just chilling in the archives. Finally leaked after a couple of years, and then these past 2 weeks confirmed by the Department of Defense as, yep, these are unidentified flying objects. Can't say that they're aliens or not, but we don't know what they are.
That's for sure.
Unidentified in the sky.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just nuts because it makes you think like, is it just information they're withholding from us? Are they playing dumb, or or is it the same thing? Is it live? Like we're seeing this just as as they're seeing it in real time. I doubt it too.
Seriously doubt it because. I mean, okay, for example, Hillary Clinton. Do you remember the whole thing about she said, if I win, I'm going to declassify all the alien stuff? That kind of went under the radar for a lot of people, low-key. Exactly.
That flew under mine, yeah.
Yeah, it flew under everyone's radar, and I'm like, yo, what? You're just going to say that. Like, if I win, I'm going to declassify all the alien stuff.
But also, do you think they're trusting Trump with that information? Do you think
I think
they probably withheld that from him, if anything?
Yes and no. I believe both sides. I believe that they're withholding the juiciest details.
Like this Masonic clan. That's like, hey, no, we can't let this guy get it. But I mean, I feel like they would have done the same with Clinton too. It's like, no, she can't get this.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I also think it's a possibility that the government is just that incompetent that you can't even keep the UFO videos out of Trump's hands. Like, he's just gonna wander into the fucking the archives and find the UFO videos.
Do you think he cares? Do you think Trump would care if there was aliens?
That's a good question. Do you think Trump cares about... I mean, yeah.
Yeah?
Why not? It's fun.
If it freaked him out enough,
like a fun guy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I feel like he would be into aliens. Trump would totally be into aliens.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he pushed for the Space Force, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stan.
Yeah, that's true.
He's standing with us.
Yeah, well, it's interesting though, because when you think about it though, in other parts of the world, they don't have as much at least we don't know if there's any footage like this in Italy or something like that, or in Grenada. Well, the Prime Minister of Grenada, for example, he's trying to gather a committee and to research this. He's trying to
at the UN
take it to the UN.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it, the numbers are 133 countries have reported UFO sightings, and these are coming from people who are
experts,
have high profiles and
Yeah. So all right, to give you guys the rundown. So there's this Grenadian Prime Minister, right? His name is Eric Gary, and he went to the UN with a resolution to establish a group to investigate UFOs, at the UN level. So just think about that. A prime minister went to the UN and said, I think we need to establish a committee, dedicated to this shit. And so, and this is interesting. When they held this meeting at the UN to vouch for this group and to advocate for the formation of this group, this guy, his name is Dr. J. Allen Hynek. He's a professor of astronomy at Northwestern University. He went basically to the table vouching for the formation of the group with proof of confidential reports, essentially, assembled by, like Victor said, 133 different countries. And these are not just degular people. These are not just normal ass...
They're not civilians. Just regular civilians.
These are experts, y'all. These are fucking astronauts, radar experts, military, even commercial pilots. Exactly. I mean, think about that. Commercial pilots.
Just sightings, Yeah, I mean, just all these people who have, business with being in the sky and whatnot, who are just watching.
Yeah, I mean, actually, and that's a good point because I've never thought about that, about commercial pilots.
Yeah.
Think about how much they're flying. You're telling me
they're not seeing shit?
They've never seen an alien?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean...
But this just confirmed it for me.
Or a UFO sighting at least. We don't know. It could be, yeah.
If commercial pilots from 133 different countries are saying, yeah, we've seen them. We've seen unidentified flying objects. I don't know. I trust that because they're flying all the time. Could you not? Right? So
yeah, I mean, but that being said, so let's just take it in. That's just the information that we have. Currently there's confirmed UFO sightings, but
yeah, confirmed by that's such a trick. Confirmed by the Department of Defense. These are videos that, imagine if we had seen them 2 years back, you would have been like, "Oh, that's fake. That's doctored. Somebody put that together."
Mm.
I've seen so many videos of that quality,
Yeah.
like the ones that were leaked.
Yeah. Well, it makes you think. It's like, what else has been like leaked that hasn't been
confirmed that is real.
Like, we could have been like, some of us could be watching like these videos, I mean, like legit aliens, like doing alien things, you know, and they just haven't been confirmed because
yeah.
They
probably thought you saw a meme and it was an actual alien.
Yeah, the information, like, for all we know, that one meme, I'm not even going to jump in that hole, you know, but like...
Well, that's a good point to bring up. How many alien memes have you seen that were real, live aliens?
It's in front of our face. They have it in front of our face the entire time.
In front of our face.
But I don't know. Do you think it's like aliens are real then? That being said?
That being said, I do. I do think aliens are real. And I think from this point on, we should introduce the audience to the wonders of the Fermi paradox.
Yeah, guys.
The Kardashev scale.
Oh yeah,
the Great Void. Yeah, we're going into it. We're talking mad theory today, but this is pretty cool. It's gonna blow your minds.
It's gonna be fun. You know.
It's gonna be fun.
So let's
roll with us.
Roll with us. So the Fermi paradox is basically like the possibility of aliens. Like what if there are aliens around us? Where are they?
Where are they?
Like, it's been about 13.8 billion years since the Big Bang has started.
Mm-hmm.
Earth is 4 billion years old.
Yeah, and we've been around for 200,000
of those years.
Humans,
you know, and we've sent the Voyager out. But when did we send the Voyager out? Was it in the 60s?
Oh my God, I don't know. Let's get a quick Google on that.
Let's get a quick Google
on when the Voyager went out. But I mean, think about like the entire time that basically the Fermi paradox explores the idea of this entire time that we've been alive, our entire existence. It's asking, where are the aliens? Mm-hmm. Where are they? Why haven't we seen them?
Because if it took us 200,000 years for us to establish a civilization, you know, oh, by the way, the Voyager was sent out in 1977, September 5th, 1977.
Okay.
So it took us up until 97, or 77, I'm sorry, 77, to actually send something out into space and try to contact it. I mean, we went to the moon in 69, you know.
Yeah.
Like we're, by all means, we're trying, you know.
We're trying, and it's not even that we physically have sent things out into space. We're constantly monitoring space via video, via radio waves,
everything,
telescopes, and nothing. No, we haven't gotten any definitive proof of life, actual life, outside of UFO sightings here on Earth. But I mean, consider like the possibility that we are alone. That seems ridiculous to me, I mean, frankly.
Yeah, it's unlikely, but when you really put the numbers into perspective, you know, so like our Milky Way has 40 billion stars, you know?
Yeah.
20 billion of those are satellite stars. A fifth of them have an Earth-like planet. And if 0.1 of those planets hosted life, there would be 1 million different species out there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just in our galaxy alone.
Yeah.
You know, that's, you know, just, is life that rare, you know? Like, the Big Bang happened and Earth wasn't habitable at first.
Yeah.
Like, so if the Big Bang happened, you think every planet was habitable? I mean, yeah, I'm sure there were certain circumstances there could be, but the point is like, how rare was it for us to start? You know, how many asteroids did we endure? You know, how many pandemics, you know, have we gone through, you know?
And adding to that, what are the chances that there are planets right now in the process of developing into becoming habitable environments for life?
I mean, it's one asteroid hit away from the drawing board.
Yeah.
Like, life finds a way, literally. But what if, you know, at least around us, you know, what if we haven't found anything that has been sustainable as we have been? We've just been very lucky.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Essentially.
So, okay. I mean, go ahead.
Okay, I do want to take this opportunity to jump into the Fermi paradox. So we kind of gave like an overview of it's just basically posing the question, where are the aliens? Why haven't we seen them? But it does pose some theories about why we haven't seen them. And do you want to jump us off, going to get into those?
Well, it could be like they're shy.
They're shy.
They're shy.
Yeah, that's a
like,
possibility.
they just don't. It could be like or it could be a Star Trek kind of feel, where it's like
Mm-hmm.
that you vow not to interfere.
Yeah.
With other species.
Over here.
We're just here to observe, and not do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so it could very well be that. That's one of the theories that the Fermi paradox poses, right? There are aliens out there, but they're not hostile beings. On the contrary, they could be shy, but one thing we know for certain, they're not hostile. They're staying in their lane, they're keeping to themselves, and they're content. Wherever they're at, they're content.
They could just be sitting down, checking us out,
They could
like,
just be
look at
hanging
these
out.
fuckers, just doing the most ridiculous things. Or like they could be oh man, just eating their alien popcorn and just enjoying the show, just it could be they finally figured out how to go to space. Oh cool, they finally figured out how to re-land their rockets.
We're a reality show for the aliens.
Oh yeah,
essentially.
I mean that's
a possibility. That's a strong possibility because think about it. There's like we just stated the numbers. The chances of us actually being alone are slim to none.
Mm-hmm.
To we're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
And if we haven't seen them yet, that could very well be the case that they're watching us. Mm-hmm. They know we're here, and they're just letting us be.
Yeah, it could be that, or it could be the second part of this theory where it's like, this paradox of like maybe the universe is too dangerous to travel through.
Yeah,
maybe it's just for like other alien species out there to go. I just give us like the numbers for our Milky Way of like how many planets we have that have a
the chances for habitable life. Yeah,
exactly. So that's in our Milky Way.
Yeah.
But to travel from different galaxies, it's just you're gonna have to. The technology that has to be there, would have to be so
advanced.
Incredible and incredibly advanced.
Yeah, incredibly advanced. To be able to cross that amount of space, millions and millions of light years to the next planet with habitable life, your tech has to be. You have to have reached your apex and nothing less. Mm-hmm. And it could just very well be the case that no species, no civilization has achieved that.
Like they don't have the means to do it.
They don't have, just like us.
Yeah, it could be just a race to. I mean, for all we know, we could just be racing different species.
Yeah.
To see who can master
who can get it first.
Yeah, who can master intergalactic space travel.
Unknowingly.
Unknowingly, it's just like the moon landing. It's a fight with the Russians. Who gets it first? Who can make it through different galaxies first?
Essentially, that could be what it is. With the only difference being that we don't know we're racing them.
Yeah.
And we could very well be racing them.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Wow.
It's all crazy.
That's so crazy to think about.
Yeah.
We're taking a step forward though with the Space Force.
Hey, one giant step for mankind. What can I say? One
big old step for mankind with the Space Force.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too about aliens too is, for example, there could be there's filters for us. Mm-hmm. For the best example I can give us is climate change.
Yeah.
We don't know if humans are going to survive climate change.
Yeah.
And for other planets, for other species,
they might have their own thing.
Yeah, it could be their own thing. For us, it could be climate change right now, and if we surpass that,
it could be
AI tomorrow.
AI tomorrow. If we surpass AI, it could be something. But that's another one of the theories. We might just hit a filter that impedes us from getting to the point where we meet other life forms. I think that's super likely. As gloom and doom as it sounds, climate change is a big filter because just the projections about how dire it's gonna be, we might fucking die before we get to meet the aliens.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, we just might. That's the thing too. We just don't know whether or not we're gonna be tested like that. I mean, this pandemic has been like a little trial run for it. It's
and it didn't go
No.
well
No.
by any measure.
Absolutely not. But so there's that. It could just be like, life is so.
It could just be that yeah.
Like
that life is hard.
Life's hard, bro.
That life is
Life's so
hard,
hard.
and that's why we haven't seen the aliens, because life is hard.
Yeah.
That's actually, I love this theory. Poses like this like intricate explanation for basically life is hard and aliens are shy.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the last thing is maybe we're first. Maybe we're the first ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we've gone back to the drawing board so many times, and maybe other species have as well, and they just haven't been able to progress as fast as we have.
Yeah.
Because like when you really think about it, in 200,000 years, we went from hunters and gatherers to having civilizations and having an economy.
Making like the medical advancements that we've made, and
technological
advances, and
it's within the last 20 years, man.
Yeah.
Like phones went from giant bricks to very tiny squares
that do everything.
Everything for you. It's got everything you could possibly want.
Yeah.
And within 20 years. So who's to say that
that we maybe we do have it like that.
Yeah.
Maybe we do have it like that, and we're the only ones. That's insane.
It's very selfish, I feel.
It is very selfish. It's a very
we're first,
We're the first ones.
But it's just when you really put the numbers in there, it's.
I think
you can't weigh it out. We could just have that head start on other. Like, I'm not saying aliens are not real. I'm saying like, and this is I kind of lean towards this one too, like the whole we're first thing, because honestly, like, where they at, bro? Like, we've been around for 4 billion years.
That's not.
Well, the Earth has been around for 4 billion years. We've been around for 200,000.
Yeah.
And we've already made huge, tremendous strides
in that amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's a theory that might be more likely than people want to believe. Just for the simple fact that it's cooler to believe that there are cool as fuck aliens out there with all the tech. They know we're out here. They're light years ahead of us. All of that. And it could just be as boring as, like, it is just us out here.
Yeah, because, like, we don't recognize ants.
Yeah.
We don't look at ants, like, and try to go inside their hill and examine them.
They're just kind of there.
They're there and we ignore them, and that's that. That's just how it is, and that's how it's always been. So it could be the same thing.
It could be the same thing.
There could be an alien species so advanced, that they don't even they don't recognize us at all. They don't even care.
We're just ants.
We're just ants to them.
They just pass us on the way to the bar.
Yeah.
And they don't even think twice. It's like, oh, that's Earth over there.
That's Earth. That's that. Whatever.
That's that Earth.
Yeah. No thoughts.
No thoughts.
But that brings us to the next thing that we're trying to talk about here, and that's the Kardashev scale. Because if there are aliens, we can rank.
We can rank them. We can rank them in terms of civilizational advancement, essentially.
Yes. So there's tiers. We're gonna go. There's multiple tiers to this scale. So there's
really quick. Okay, before we jump into the scale, can we talk about the man, the boy?
Pour one out for your boy.
The man himself. Okay.
Pour one out for your guy. God.
Pour one out because, all right, so this dude, Nikolai Kardashev, he was born in Soviet Russia. He was an astrophysicist, born in 1932. He died in August, the 3rd of August of 2019. He just died last year. He just passed. The dude who came up with this scale to rank civilizations, which is like pretty important for like UFOologists.
Well, to understand like where we stand and to how if aliens decide to make themselves known.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to...
super vital.
Yeah.
I just found out about the Kardashev scale like last month?
Yeah,
you showed me.
Yeah.
You put me on. And I was like, this is actually, if we ever found the aliens, this is like the most useful thing ever. Mm-hmm. It like breaks it down. Where are they on the technological advancement scale.
Yeah, because like when you think about it, like how do you rank something like that? Like
how do you? Yeah.
Like,
and he found a way to do it.
He found a way.
He did it for us.
And guess what?
So we don't have to do it.
We are not shit. Us as humans, we are not shit. This scale has. We're gonna go through the first 3. Apparently, there's more than 3. I haven't done much research after the 3rd one.
So 1 to 3 is legit. These are the ones that we can quantify to the best, as best as humanly possible, to the best of our abilities with our philosophy, with our math, with our technology, so what we can quantify.
And even
4 through 6 is a little bit more conspiratorial, theorizing.
For sure. But yeah, 1 through number 3 is high key science fiction.
High key, but hey, sci-fi drew from something.
Exactly. You got a point there. Yeah. So.
All right, let's just jump into the Kardashev scale. So this basically, like we said, it ranks civilizations on the basis of technological advancement, on a scale of 1 to 3, but really, 1 to 6, with 4 to 6 being fun. All right, but let's just jump into it. All right, so we got number 1 on the Kardashev scale, right? So a type 1 civilization on the Kardashev scale would basically be able to harness all of the power of its own home planet.
Yeah, so we're talking renewable energy. You're able to just use all of nature, anything from the weather, volcanoes, perhaps tornadoes, hurricanes, and you're able to access fusion energy. Your resources are, it's all 100% renewable. And you're chill. You can control the weather if you needed to.
You can do anything. Yeah, you can do anything on your own home planet. You've managed to harness every source of energy possibly available in your own home planet. You've found a way to harness it, essentially. That's a type 1.
And where we stand on this scale is a 0.73. So that's not bad, right? That's not bad. We're almost there, and we're
almost there. We're almost to the type 1. Wait, how it was projected that we would reach a type 1
within 100 years.
Within 100 or so years.
Maybe 200 max.
Yeah. Between 100, 200 years, we would be able to become a type 1 and harness all of the energy of planet Earth. Currently, we're
0.73.
0.73, which is not far off.
Not far off.
That's like almost.
But we're not doing it. We're not going to achieve tier 1 status in our lifetime. Yeah. And honestly, I want you guys to think that's just a shame. Yeah, it sucks.
That does suck.
I'm bummed. Like, we're going to get there. We're going to get to the cusp.
We're going to get
probably
to the
if we get another 50 years, 60 years out of life, we're going to get there.
What a cruel time to die.
Right
before we become a type 1.
The Zoomers have to enjoy it.
They really
have
do.
to enjoy that tech, man.
What if jokes on the Zoomers and they're on the cusp and they really
that would suck even more.
It's gonna be their kids who see it.
Yeah, that would suck even more.
Wait, the off topic, but what's the one after Zoomers?
I don't even know.
I think they're called Alpha.
Alpha?
I think so.
Oh, unless I'm tripping. The alphabet that starts over?
I think so.
Oh, wow.
So then what? Alpha, beta, and whatever comes.
Probably, but
I don't know what comes after beta. Anyway, all right. So that's the type 1 civilization, guys. We got the type 2 civilization, a little bit more advanced. They're able to harness the energy of their entire solar system. This is sci-fi-y to us, but probably achievable within the next, I don't know, like 1,000 years, maybe.
Maybe a couple thousand.
Couple thousand.
Yeah, so basically with type 2, you can control stars. You can create stars, and you can siphon the energy. Like if you needed to get some energy, you can basically take a sun from a nearby galaxy and create a Dyson sphere, which is just this huge ball that would just go over the sun.
It looks like the I need you guys to Google what the Dyson sphere looks like theoretically, because it looks like the Death Star.
Yeah, the Death Star from Star Wars. Yeah, it looks not just like it, but you've seen it before. If you've seen Star Wars, you've seen something that looks like a Dyson sphere.
Yeah.
Something that's huge and planet-like like that. But imagine it's hollow on the inside and it just absorbs the sun, like any planet.
My
Yeah.
God, could you imagine
No,
how much
what
energy
kind of
you're using?
technology is that?
Right?
It's already sci-fi. You know,
It's sci-fi as
never
fuck.
mind tier 3. Tier 3 is ridiculous, but it's still
This is
this alone.
honestly high key type 1 already is sci-fi-ish to me because of you'd be
I mean, like, but
mastering fusion energy.
but also-
that sounds sci-fi as fuck to me.
but controlling our weather too.
Controlling our weather,
Imagine
all
that
that
super
shit.
volcano in Yellowstone goes off, and we're like, oh, that's great. We're gonna
Just turn it off.
we have energy
Yeah.
for centuries now, just
Yeah.
based off that one eruption.
Yeah,
You know, just like that. That would be nuts to have that.
we would.
That sounds
we
science
would
fiction.
Flourish.
Yeah.
We would flourish.
Yeah, but
And that does sound sci-fi as fuck. Too.
yeah, but if we make it, that's the thing. It's like unless there's no reason to doubt this because even with our technology,
Mhm.
there's no slow down. Like there's no slowing down at all.
There's
like,
not. Yeah, we're only going up.
We're
at
not
this
reaching
point.
the apex of tech anytime soon.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, at least in our lifetime, at least we're not seeing it. You know,
I mean, even just based off of things that we theorize will exist in the future that don't exist. There's already ideas of what could be. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, like the fact that like the simulation theory is a huge thing because like that's implying that a species or something has enough computing power
Mm-hmm.
to put consciousness
Yeah.
into a simulation.
Yeah.
What kind of technology is that? How
Like,
much?
How
How much power do you need?
to even reach that? That's crazy.
If you get, I mean, if you absorb a sun, you know, and the energy from or like the energy from,
if you have managed to absorb a sun, and you don't use that to create a cool as fuck simulation, what are you doing with it?
nothing.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are
with
you
it?
even
Honestly,
doing, bro?
I think that's one of the coolest things we could ever come up with technologically is a tight ass simulation, essentially to like just upload your consciousness to it and
retreat, you know,
live good and happy lives.
Mm-hmm.
That gets into a whole other theory about what if we are the simulation right now.
So,
that's a whole other thing.
If we are, then hey,
then the
you know,
simulation is not that good, and they need to rewrite it.
writing's
they need
bad.
to program it again. Writing's bad.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's good.
sometimes it's cool.
Sometimes it's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's pretty tight.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's basically a type 2. They've been able to harness
the power of the solar system.
the power of their entire solar system.
They can travel within solar systems, and yeah, they're chilling. They're mad chilling.
To say the least, they're mad chilling.
They're mad chilling, doing some stuff. So let's go on to type 3.
All right, so a type 3 civilization is able to harness the power of the entire galaxy.
Yeah,
all of the solar systems within that galaxy.
You know, yeah. So let's go back to like just ours. Like, you know, we have 400 billion stars in ours. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so imagine like we just harness the energy of like 400 billion stars.
Just casually harness the energy of 400 billion stars.
Yeah, you know, like what? Like,
my God,
it's just that. I mean, we can't really. How do you even talk about this kind of thing? Because that's from the difference with type 1 to 2. The tech of that would probably be like we probably couldn't understand it now. You know, if you gave us a type 2 species, if you give us a type 3, like who knows, man? And the thing is like it's kind of scary when you think about like what's capable. Like if they're hiding in plain sight, you know, what's going on with that? And
you know, I think that at that point, a type 3 is basically alien colonialism. In a way, because you're having somebody that controls...
Star Wars was an intergalactic empire.
Yes. It would be Star Wars shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the prequels, maybe episode 2, if I'm being... I mean, please, someone correct me. I want you to, if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But, because I'm not savvy on Star Wars like that. But I believe it was an intergalactic space empire. Or Federation, I don't know. But, like...
We're making you the Star Wars authority.
As of right now. Until someone comes and dethrones me, please.
Because I've seen exactly 2 Star Wars movies.
Exactly
2.
I've seen them all. But I haven't seen the animated series, so I'm nothing.
You've seen The Mandalorian too, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, it was cool. It was cool, but...
I still haven't. I haven't seen The Mandalorian.
It's worth a watch. It's pretty tight.
I should watch it at some point.
Yeah. You know, we're not sponsored by Disney.
I'm sponsored by Disney.
Oh, shit. I didn't know. But, okay, anyways, guys. So, yeah, type 3, very sci-fi.
Super sci-fi.
Think of Star Wars. As best you can. But do you think there's a Type 3 out there in plain sight?
I think it's a possibility, because if you're harnessing the power of the entire galaxy,
yes,
you probably had to have visited every system in that galaxy at some point. Shit, or maybe not. Maybe your tech is just that advanced. But I would say that at some point you probably have. You've been there. And I think it's in your best interest to just, to put it simply, not start shit with the other systems. If you want to successfully harness their energy, because who's to say, whatever, you're the overlord of this.
There's no way there's a Type 3 and Type 2 at the same time.
That's a paradox in itself.
Yeah, because you're implying that they've just been here this entire time.
This entire time.
The Big Bang happened, and they hit the ground running.
Right.
They just developed, and then they've had all this time, and then another species came around in a different galaxy and did the same thing, and it became even more.
That sounds ridiculous, and what would be even more ridiculous if it was true. Mm-hmm. Maybe we're just that slow. Maybe we're just that slow at evolving.
Maybe they're rooting for us. Maybe they're like, do it, Earthlings, do it.
Do it, we believe in you.
Terraform Mars, do it. You gotta do it, man.
Oh my god.
Space Force, yes, Trump, he's the best. Imagine.
The aliens.
They want us to hang with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, Trump's the coolest. That being said, guys, I'm not for it. But at least not now. Not now.
Okay, this is totally unrelated. Not totally unrelated, but kind of off topic. It's just a fun little fact. Did you know that Reagan wanted to make a Space Force?
A Space Force, yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why the Cold War dragged on for so long, because he wanted a Space Force to fight the Soviet Union.
Didn't he have a laser system that would shoot down missiles, and he called it Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh man. Oh, Reagan.
Imagine if he did it back then, though, where we would be now. Because just think about the implications of that. If the president at that point said, I'm prioritizing, and at that point the presidency had a lot more validity than it does now. Now the veil is really being torn. Yeah. And it's just kind of funny to me. The president is funny. No one takes him seriously.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, Trump is hilarious.
Trump is funny.
You like him, you hate him, you can't deny he's really funny.
He's the best at Twitter.
Yeah, in
my opinion.
Destroys it, yeah.
He's the best at Twitter.
Destroys it, man.
I have a fun time.
Yeah.
I have a fun time with him.
Keeping tabs on that guy.
Keeping tabs on that guy. But he says the darnest things.
Yeah, okay, so let's go back to this real quick. Mm-hmm. There could be a Type 3 out there. There's perhaps a natural phenomenon, perhaps a Type 3 civilization, but it's this void. It's called the Boötes void. Mm-hmm. And
I'm gonna butcher that name so bad.
Yeah,
up until today, I thought it was called the Boots Void.
Yeah,
because that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, it's. I could be pronouncing it wrong. But
no, I think you're pronouncing it right, because that's how everyone.
Can't be that easy, right?
It can't be that easy, and it's talking about this fucking intergalactic thing. Get the fuck out! It's not that easy to pronounce. It has to be hard. This is difficult.
Kind of like Uranus isn't Uranus. Uranus is Uranus. Sorry, I butchered that one, but you know what I mean, guys.
It's Uranus.
So basically, this void, this Boötes void, is also known as the Great Void.
The Great Void.
So
this thing was discovered in 1981 by this guy Robert Krishner. Basically, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a void. It's a void in the universe.
Yeah,
all right, so. You want to
I'll go for
break it down?
So the Boötes constellation is about 7 million light years away from Earth, and it should contain about 10,000 galaxies and 1 trillion of stars.
And there's only 60 galaxies in it. And this thing is 330 million light years big in diameter. 330 million light years big in diameter.
And there's only 60 confirmed
galaxies. In that entire space, there's only 60 galaxies. And to give you guys some context, so within 3 million light years of us, there's 24 galaxies. Within 330 million light years of the void, there's 60. Just to give you some context of how when we say void, We mean it's a void.
Now, if you want to take it into further context, if we were in the center of that void, first off, life probably wouldn't happen. Like
to begin with.
But let's say if we found a way to live under that circumstance where there's just like darkness,
just darkness, just everything's black.
Whatever, we wouldn't like if we had the same tech we do now. We wouldn't know that we were in a void until the 1960s. So within the 200,000 years of living, we wouldn't know until the 1960s that we were in a void. There are cave paintings and cave drawings overall of like stars. Like the Mayans predicted.
There was astrology since back in the day.
And to say that perhaps we probably wouldn't just understand that we were in the middle of a void until the 1960s. Until the 1960s, we would have to be able to make this technology. Probably way longer in that case.
I think so too. I think that's a generous estimate.
Yeah.
1960s is a generous estimate of when we would find out we were in the void. It would take us a long time because it's a massive space with nothing in it.
And it's crazy to think about.
It's a ghost town if you think about it. You're going down the highway and there's nothing but dirt, and every couple of hours you see a little town.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of this void.
And this highway is 330 million light years away. It's 330 million light years long, and it's only got 60 galaxies, so you better hold it.
You better hold it. The nearest restroom. Yeah. Damn.
But who knows? It could be we don't know what's going on. And the thing is, it is expanding too. So it could be just a natural phenomenon. It could be just dark energy, a black hole. It could be.
I love that theory that it could be a black hole, because what they theorize about it being a black hole specifically is that it's the opposite end of a black hole. In other words, if you go in a black hole and you come out the other side, you would be in the, how do you say it?
In the Boötes void.
In the Boötes void. And, okay, this is super, super theorizing, super conspiratorial. They say the other side, the opposite end of a black hole, is a white hole. This sounds dirty. I'm saying hole too much. It sounds dirty as fuck. But they say the other side of a black hole is a white hole. Now, even more crazy. So they say going into a black hole is a passage into the future, essentially. You're time traveling forwards.
Okay.
Conversely, going into a white hole would be time traveling backwards. So, if the void is the other side of a black hole, just follow along. Let's just play pretend. Put on the tinfoil hat. And it's a white hole. The void is a white hole. It's essentially the future staring back at us.
Very well could be.
We're a reflection in the mirror through that void, and that's scary.
Yeah, I mean,
that's scary.
It's terrifying. It could be that. It really could be a Type 3 civilization. Really, just taking galaxies and just having a feast, bro. Because it is expanding, and that's the biggest.
Expanding, yeah.
It is that, but also, it could be a soap bubble effect, which all smaller voids are just joining together. They're just
gravity bringing the voids together.
Yeah, it could just be that.
I mean, they say that's the most likely explanation is that it's a bunch of little voids coming together, being drawn together, and they're forming the big void.
Yeah.
But it is expanding. And
could be aliens, guys.
It could be aliens. It could be the natural course of because the universe is expanding constantly. But they say the way we'll find out if it's an unnatural expansion is if we see the lights starting to dim. I mean, it's already a dark space, right? But the few lights that are in it have to follow the life cycle of a star. Mm-hmm. If it's expanding and these lights are dimming as it's expanding with the expansion, that's a big red flag, to say the least. Mm-hmm. To put it generously, that's a big red flag, because that should not happen.
Yeah.
That should not be happening. The lights should not be dimming while it's expanding. But it is expanding, and I don't think we'll know if the lights are dimming
not in our lifetime.
Not in our
Definitely
lifetime,
not.
yeah.
I mean, let's hope not. That'd be kind of scary.
It'd be kind of scary, but also, I want to know.
Fuck it.
I want to know
Bring
before
it.
I die.
Let me know.
Yeah.
On my deathbed, you can tell me. That'd be great.
On my deathbed, whisper in my ear,
what really happened.
What really happened? Where are the aliens?
Where are the aliens?
Tell me.
But like, I don't know, man. So let's go back to the Fermi paradox. Let's juggle this idea.
Let's juggle this idea.
So
let's go through it.
What if we're alone? What if we're like at least like the first ones actually, and we become a type 2, and then we become type 3, and life starts becoming popular, like not popular, but like it starts populating, around in different galaxies. What kind of responsibility does that make us? Like, does that give us?
I mean, you're basically at that point, you're the authority of the universe,
like the intergalactic.
In a way, you're the oldest child of the galaxy. You're the oldest civilization. You're the oldest sibling at that point. So, what are the implications of that? I don't know. I mean,
what do we even do? Do we just like guide life? Do we help them advance?
Is that our place? Is that, I don't know, man. Is that what we were put here to do, is
play
to help
God?
To help the other guys, to play God, essentially? I don't know. I mean, that's crazy to think about. And I think in a weird way, we're thinking of it in very human terms. We could be saying all of these things, and then we'll reach space and we'll be like, wow, things do not work that way at all. That's not how any of this works.
I mean, hey, it's all theory, but in the end, we can't say anything's wrong. We can't say anything's right. We just don't know.
We just don't know shit.
We just have paradoxes and theories and scales and
a bunch of ways to measure things that we vaguely know about to begin with.
Yeah.
But okay, since we jumped back into the Fermi paradox briefly, I want to go over 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, okay.
Or no, not the Fermi paradox. The Kardashev scale.
The Kardashev scale? Okay.
Yeah, let's jump into the Kardashev scale really quick before we wrap anything up. Because I do want to go over 4, 5, and 6.
Okay.
For sure.
Let's go.
Okay. So, in the Kardashev scale, the scale that measures basically the technological advancement of civilizations, we went over 1 through 3. But there's conspiratorial 4 through 6, which I think is
good fun.
Pretty fucking cool and creepy. So, we went over the type 3. That's the last one we went over, the Kardashev scale. Next is the type 4 civilization. Alright, this type 4 is able to harness the energy of an entire universe. So, the Big Bang. They could have started the Big Bang. They could have harnessed the energy of the Big Bang as it happened. Like you said, it's hard to imagine that there's a civilization that the Big Bang happened and they hit the ground running.
Yeah.
There could have been.
I mean,
and they probably harnessed
terrifying.
all of that energy.
They're just like, hey, this is tight. I'm gonna take this.
I'm
gonna take this time to really loot up on this energy.
Oh my god! Literally though.
Yeah, I mean, because it was expanding. It just started expanding, and so it had to be very close in like proximity, I guess. All these resources, at least closer than what we have now.
Yeah.
Who knows, like how close it really was? I'm not saying it was like feet away from each other. But if a species hit the ground running and just like immediately just was aware and sentient about everything and just knew what it had to do and just collected all the resources it needed, then
it was like a baby giraffe. It was born and it just knew.
Yeah.
It just hit the ground running. It knew what to do. That could very well be the case because, I mean, just think about it, right? Like, when the Big Bang happened, everything in the universe is constantly expanding. When the Big Bang happened, everything was bunched up together, relatively speaking.
Yeah.
And it's been expanding ever since. That expansion takes energy. That's, like, the amount of energy being, like, produced just to execute the expansion of the universe. It could very well be that some civilization found out how to harness it. That all that expansion energy, because we're forever constantly going, we're constantly expanding.
Yeah. I mean, again,
that's basically what this type of civilization posits. That's what they're doing.
It's a type 4 civilization.
Yeah,
that's terrifying.
That's a type 4 whole
all
universe.
All of it's terrifying, man. But type 4 is like the stuff of nightmares.
Type 4 is
like if a species had control, scary. Like that much energy, that is like it just lets you know any moment it's over.
Yeah, it's like if they just have to be in a bad mood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They just
Yeah.
have to be in a bad mood and they can wipe us out.
Just hungry.
Just hungry.
Hangry.
Just hangry.
Like fuck this.
The type 4 is hangry.
Yeah. Just.
All right, so that was a type 4. Next is a type 5 civilization. So the type 5 is able to harness the power of the entire universe that they're in, plus the power of other universes fully. That means you're not only harnessing every single galaxy within your universe, you're harnessing every single galaxy in at least one other universe, if not multiple other universes. That's just unthinkable.
It's all unthinkable, really.
It's all unthinkable. When you really, Type 1 was unthinkable for me. I was like, I'm done. How do you even do fusion energy?
Right? Like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know what that is.
We don't even know what that is.
Like, type 2 is just, like, when we say solar, inter solar system, like, travel. And, like, be able to, like, control that. Like, how? How in the world?
It's just, this is really, like, the stuff of sci-fi novels. But honestly, 4 through 6 is the stuff of horror novels.
Yeah.
That amount of power is insane. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
What's even scarier is
Number
a type 6. There's 6. There's 6 of these things. What the hell? 6 of these things. So basically, once you become a type 6 civilization, you're able to not only harness your own universe, not only harness other universes, you're able to create and destroy universes at will. Yeah.
Like, how? Like,
how do you? That's you're God at that point.
I feel like we're just like being like, what?
This stuff is crazy to me. I just learned about this like last month and only did actual deep research into it last week.
Yeah.
So I'm still going through the trauma of.
It's fun
of my existential shortcomings.
Oh yeah, and we recommend you guys looking this up too. It's just good fun to jump into that because, we all
have your mind blown.
Yeah, why not?
This is crazy. We just saw footage of aliens confirmed by the Department of Defense. Anything is possible.
Indulge. Look into the craziest thing because it might be true. If you met an alien, terrifying.
Would you?
I'd cry.
Smoke them out.
I mean, if I could, yeah. I mean, okay. I would love to hang out with aliens, man. Like I would hate a District 13, District 9, that movie with
yeah.
Yeah, where like
I think they're both movies, District 9 and District 13.
District 9 is the one with the aliens, right?
Am I tripping? District 9 is a movie of aliens.
No, yeah, District 9 is that OG movie we're thinking about here, where it's like the aliens like
is
landed.
District 13 also a thing?
I think it could be a sequel, but who knows? But it's not. It's not. It's not. I know it's not a real sequel. It hasn't, or maybe it's not.
Straight to DVD sequel.
Oh, B-rated. But no, yeah, like where District 9 kind of, and aliens came over and we just wrecked them. And, like, I would hate that. That would be horrible. I would love to, like, work as one. Because, I mean, ideally, humans work together and we become a type 1 civilization, right?
In no time.
Yeah.
If we got our shit together.
If we achieved world peace and just, like, cared for one another, like, as we do for any other countryman, like, as a worldview.
I mean, a lot of the technological advancements that we've made have only been achieved through... after long periods of somebody withholding important information, essentially. Like, think about the space race. The technological advancements that came out of that, but it was born out of a competition between two countries that were like, no, I'm going to do it first. Yeah. When we could have just collaborated. Yeah,
like, hey, yo, how do we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, who cares? Who cares who does it first? Let's just do it together and do it. You know?
Yeah.
We could have, I mean, even if like, we got there at 69. If we got there at 68, that would have been cooler.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, literally, that would have been fucking tight.
It's like, if we did it at 65, how much more impressive is that? Like, to be like mid-60s, not on the cusp of the 70s, but the mid-60s tech.
Yeah.
We were like, yo, let's go.
Yeah.
Like, if we can achieve these things, like, if we became a type 1 civilization within the next 50 years versus the next 100 years, because we achieved, like, just world peace, and
World
we
peace.
gave
It's achievable, but it would take
a lot of selflessness.
a lot of selflessness, a lot of global cooperation.
Yeah.
And who knows? Who knows, man? Because it's not looking good here on Earth.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
We may not even make it to type 1.
We may not. That's what breaks my heart the most. I'm gonna die before we become a type 1.
Oh yeah.
I will not see it.
It would break my heart even more if not only did we die, but we knew that the Earth was gonna end because of climate change. Because if it's game over, there's no let's say climate change gets really really bad.
Yeah.
And humans are about to go extinct.
Because we're not gonna live through it.
We're not gonna live through it.
Yeah.
I'd be even more bummed out. Because it's just we had the potential.
We had, and we
soiled
wasted it. Soiled it.
Yeah.
Soiled it.
Yep. But that's, I mean.
I think in order for, actually this got me to thinking, right? If we were to become a type 1, it would take, like we said, a lot of selflessness.
Yeah.
A lot of international cooperation. What if the reason we haven't physically seen aliens in the flesh, what if they're beefing too? What if they haven't gotten their shit together?
Yeah.
They haven't figured out how to come visit us. Do you think if we met aliens that would foster a sense of unity?
I think only if they were
opposite?
attacking us.
Yeah.
Only if our lives were in danger.
It would have to take...
Yeah.
I mean, dude, climate change is a global threat. And
we're nah.
And we're nah. Maybe it does have to take a lot of suffering in the flesh to see. Maybe it would take aliens.
When you really look at the history of humankind, it only is suffering that changes.
It only is suffering that changes us.
Yeah.
That's dude, that's depressing.
We're gonna end this on a dark note.
We're gonna end this on a dark note. It's just not. It's
not what's going on.
But on the bright side, you
No, it is worth it. I'm sorry, guys. It is worth it. You need to know that.
It's worth it. You are worth it.
You are.
You are worth it.
You are worth it.
You're important.
You are important.
You're special. You are cute. You are funny.
Cute as fuck.
Cute as fuck.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be a positive affirmations podcast.
Yeah. That's all we are.
That's all we are.
Yeah. But we're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. So on that note, look this shit up. Look up the Fermi paradox, the Kardashev scale, the Great Void. And watch some UFO videos, man. Watch some UFO sightings. Have fun with it.
Because who knows? They could be real.
Yeah, and you need to be prepared.
No one's confirmed it yet,
No one's confirmed it, but they're out there, and they want to hang out, I think. They want to watch a movie.
It'd be cool. They're just curious. You're hey, Earthling, you're a little behind, but
yeah,
we'll show you the way.
Oh my god. We can show them Twilight.
Speaking of which, we're about to...
watch Twilight.
Oh, yeah.
We're about to watch Twilight, and imagine if we had an alien friend to watch Twilight with us.
They were just down. Yeah, they were just down to...
They're like, what's a vampire?
What's a werewolf?
What's a werewolf? What's that?
Edward, Jacob. I like Edward.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for embarking with us on this journey of aliens, of conspiracies, and existential dread.
Yeah, it's been fun, and
take care. Be safe out there.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time with another juicy episode.
Hope you enjoy. Love you guys.
Peace out.